Alright, it's December, time for some Christmas videos. This is a pretty weird one. What series does each Christmas special belong to? This isn't based off of production, what streaming services say, when it aired, etc. This is just purely based off of vibes, the most objective way to measure anything. So let's start with the first ever Christmas special. The Feast of Stephen! I'm kidding. The Christmas Invasion is a pretty obvious one to start with. It has to be Series 2. It's the 10th Doctor's first adventure, and so it would be weird to lump it in with Eccleston's series as opposed to Tennant's first. There's not much else to say here, this one's pretty obvious. Also, Feast of Stephen was Season 3. The Runaway Bride is where it gets trickier. In general, I think that if I'm stuck and think that the Christmas special can go either way, then I'll try and stick to have one special per season. There's other reasons I think The Runaway Bride should be tied to Series 3 as well. I like Donna and Martha quite closely together, since they share quite a few episodes together. On the whole though, this one doesn't really have too many points leaning either side, so I'm going to default to Series 3, since Series 2 already has the Christmas Invasion. Voyage of the Damned is pretty clear to me too, considering we have Wilf in it. Wilf is absolutely a Series 4 character, so this is a Series 4 Christmas special. Nothing else to say. Now, we get to the 2009 specials, and it's very common to put these into their own separate series. I actually don't have too much of an opinion on whether they should be lumped in with Series 4 or kept as their own series, but I lean towards lumping them in with Series 4. Mainly because when people say the 2009 specials, they include The Next Doctor and The End of Time Part 2, episodes that aired in 2008 and 2010 respectively, and that bugs me. So I'm going to lump the 2009 specials in with Series 4. A Christmas Carol is the first time while making this list I think I actually changed my mind when I started really thinking about it. I used to say this was the Series 5 Christmas special, because otherwise Series 5 doesn't have one, but I think it links more with Series 6. For one, we have both Amy and Rory. While Series 5 did have some adventures with Rory, he didn't become part of the main cast until Series 6, and A Christmas Carol has his name in the credits. Additionally, Abigail's song is literally called Silence Is All You Know. Again, the Silence were alluded to in Series 5, but they were really Series 6's big bad. There just seems to be more going for it being Series 6 than Series 5. Sorry Series 5, you're joining Series 1 in the land of no Christmas specials. The Doctor, the Widow and the Wardrobe is an episode I haven't seen since I was about 8, so my memory's a bit shaky on this one. I do remember some scenes though, and one of those is the key to this. Okay, well it's not really a puzzle, but this isn't some unknown truth of the universe or anything. But there is a scene which I think tells us which series we should categorise this special as. Again, I'm going against the grain here, I'm saying Series 7. In my brain, I've always thought of it as Series 6. There's one scene where the Doctor visits the ponds for Christmas, which just strikes me as Series 7. Because Series 7 had the Doctor and the ponds as much more separate. Not travelling in the TARDIS anymore, only going on occasional adventures when the Doctor pops in. It's the only bit of evidence I recall that points to the placement of this special, so I'm going to say it's part of Series 7. The Snowman is literally in the middle of Series 7, so there's no contest here. I guess it's more part of 7B than 7A though, due to the lack of ponds and the inclusion of Clara, or at least a version of her. The Time of the Doctor is part of Series 7 for a very similar reason as to why the Christmas Invasion is part of Series 2. It would just be weird to lump in Matt Smith's final episode with Peter Capaldi's first season. Look at you, Series 7. 3 specials all to yourself. You and Series 4 should hang out sometimes. Last Christmas is absolutely part of Series 8, mainly because of Danny Pink, whose only appearances are in Series 8. The 12th Doctor is also a lot colder. Get it? Get it? In this than he is in Series 9. And it's really the ending bits which mark his shift from his Series 8 personality to his Series 9 one. I think that the Husbands of Will song is a tricky one to place. Objectively, the most ties that has to either Series 9 or 10 is that Nigel is present, which would distinctly mark it as Series 10. On the other hand, I just feel like it's Series 9. That's my objective analysis, everyone. Vibes! Nardole is also very different here than in his later appearances, which I guess can justify my decision in showing a distinct character change between seasons. Something else is that Series 10 was made to be a starting on point, and this episode requires quite a bit of background knowledge of the show. So that's my flimsy reasoning on it being Series 9. The return of Dr. Mysterio, however, is Series 10. Nardole feels a lot more like how he is in the future, and it's pretty standalone. It does benefit from having watched The Husbands of Withersong, but it's not absolutely necessary. Finally, for the Christmas specials at least, Twice Upon a Time is also Series 10, for the same reasoning as The Time of the Doctor. And if you want to see a video on a specific scene from Twice Upon a Time, you can watch my last one, or click on the card above. If you want to include New Year's specials, then Resolution is with Series 11, because it kind of ties up Ryan and Graham's family relations storylines. And then Revolution of the Daleks is Series 12, because it still has Ryan and Graham. And then there's Eve of the Daleks. Eve of the Daleks is part of the 2022 specials, and I don't know whether to include that with Series 13 or have it as its own thing. I think I'd rather put it with Series 13, like I did with the 2009 specials, but this time it's because it would make a series of 9 episodes, which just feels more right than a series of 6 and 3. Also, Eve of the Daleks deals with the TARDIS breaking up, which was something introduced in Flux. So that's my list. Do you disagree with anything? I was unsure on a couple of them myself, but in the end this is just kind of a fun video for Christmas. I'm hoping to also get another Christmas video out this month, being a ranking of all the Christmas specials. Hopefully now that I've said that, I actually do it.